shoot. What is up, people? It's me, Brittany. I have been seeing in the beauty community all these beauty gurus posting videos of different looks that they've done throughout their life, even all the way from the beginning up to their first exposure to makeup, all the way through high school and college. I had so much fun recreating all of my looks throughout my life up until basically this point. So I hope y'all enjoy my video, but I have to be careful about lifting up my arms. I'm in esthetician school right now and we have to practice waxing on each other in like 2 weeks. So we can't shave anything and it's really gross. I mean, I'm gonna show y'all because I have no shame. I'm a little shame. Okay, I'm a lot of shame right now. I have a lot of shame right now. This is not cute. And some of the girls in class, they showed me theirs. They have like 2 or 3 little hairs. I'm like, oh my god, it's so gross, it's so long. I'm like, look at that. Ew. Ew, it looks like a kuka. I'm so ready to get that waxed off because it's freaking me out. That's not what this video is about. My high school makeup was pretty, especially middle school. It all was really traumatic. The orange face that wasn't blended down, the really blunt eyeshadow, it was sad. And you probably won't learn a gosh darn thing. That's okay. It's all for shiggles. So, y'all enjoy! Lord Jesus, it's a little scary, ain't it? Look number 1. My first experience with makeup was when I was like 5 and 6 and I danced. I had spiral curly hair. I was adorable, other than my big head. But other than that, some things never change. I got a big head. Being a dancer, we had to make our lips pop. My mother would throw on some red AF lipstick. Throw on a little cowgirl hat. We'll just pretend this is a cowgirl hat. My mother would cake on the blush to my face like it was some serious business. Oh my god. This is where it all began, people. So as like a 7-year-old, things got a little bit more, I was more self-aware, I guess, and I was more aware of boys, and I was more aware of how I looked in comparison to other girls. I was comparing myself at a very young age, which is like totally unhealthy, and I don't know why. I blame it on Barney. My mother would let me put on lipstick to church or like the special occasions or whatever. That was like the most makeup I was allowed. I had snuck into her makeup bag on multiple occasions and wore mascara. So I would get in trouble a lot. Well, one Sunday morning I looked in the mirror and had a meltdown. It's actually really sad that I talk about it. Olga has always existed. Let's just be real. So I had gotten a hold of my mom's mascara one morning and she was like, take that off. And I was like, no, I need this, Mom. Like, I can't walk out of the house. Like, literally, I remember dramatically throwing myself against the wall and like slowly sliding down it, crying. Get in the bathtub, don't mess up these nice towels. It went a little something like that. My mom finally was like, okay, here, take this. I just put on a good solid layer. So that to me made all the difference in the world. And I would put on like it would probably have more red, but I don't wear a lot of reds. That was all my little 7-year-old self needed to feel like a woman. And then it just got worse from here. Around like 8 years old, I wanted more. I wanted the eyeliner. I wanted it all. But of course, I was 8 and I wasn't allowed to have a full face of makeup. The next really big thing that I wanted was eyeliner. I loved the way my mother looked with eyeliner on. And I used to say that she was nicer whenever she was done up. Whenever she wasn't, she was kind of mean. But when she was done up and pretty, she was the nicest mommy. No offense, Mom, but I'm just gonna be honest, you were a little mean when you weren't looking your best. I think that's why every time she put eyeliner on, I knew she was going to treat me nice and I wanted to be nice too. Well, I wasn't allowed to wear eyeliner. So what I would do to improvise, I would take my mascara and that little extra that you get at the end of the wand, I would dab a little bit under each eye. This is brilliant. And I would wet my finger and rub. Oh yes. Oh my God. I am a genius. Why did I ever even buy eyeliner when I was allowed to? Because this was free. Look at that. I don't even know if that's how to dab. I just dab to dab. Whatever. Look number 4. I was around like 10 and 11 when I was like getting these like, you know, really cheap palettes that had like neon colors in them. So I really don't have any of those with me at the moment, but I have a really pretty pink right there. We just kind of go with it. And of course, like I didn't use primer because what was primer? I would especially do this on like long drives in the car. I would have my makeup palette with me and a mirror, and I would sit in the back seat and do my makeup, and I wouldn't stop until we got to our destination. So if it was like a 10-minute drive, you know, I would look semi-okay and normal-ish. But if it was like a 30 or 45-minute drive, God only knows what was gonna walk out of that car. Oh God. Just the lids, no blending per se. Look at all that fallout. Who cares about that? I'm 12, I got things to do. Work! Hi middle school, what's up? No foundation, no eyebrows, no nothing, just the basics, the lipstick, the shadow, the eyeliner, and the mascara. That's all you need. I don't know how I wasn't a makeup artist like when I was 12. It just kind of got worse through middle school. The colors just got worse. The hair was nappier. I did dye like the bottom of my hair a darker color than my top, like a lot of the cool girls were doing. And I have naturally curly hair, like naturally, I wouldn't say curly, kind of like Kesha hair, like it doesn't know what it wants to do, you know? It's a little bit frizzy, a little bit curly, a little bit straight in all the wrong places. I would only straighten the bottom layer that was colored and leave the rest on its own. It wasn't cute, but I thought it was, and that's all that mattered. It looked cute with my rainbow braces. But I thought rainbow was cool. Like people would ask me what my favorite color was, and I was that girl that was like rainbow. And that's why to this day, I believe that I was born a unicorn. Anyway, next look. This whole color thing went on till freshman year. Then sophomore year, got my braces off, and it got real. Boys started to notice me. So I was around some girls that kind of knew how to be a little bit normal, and were like, Brittany, the rainbow eyeshadow, it just doesn't do it for the guys. So I started, you know, doing what they did. Basically, they just were tan and blonde and pretty, and they didn't really need much makeup. Guess what? I am not, thanks to my German and Polish genes. Tan! And on top of that, oh, I lived at the beach. You can't live at the beach and have the kind of skin that I have. What did Brittany do? Brittany went to Walmart and bought Jergens natural tanning or whatever. I started getting more orange. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slap on foundation, and we're gonna do the snooky face, as I like to call it. I didn't know what brushes were in high school. Use what God gave me. Well, thank us. This is supposed to be more orange. This is not very orange. I would use like a beige, and your girl was not beige. During basketball and volleyball, if I got any kind of sweaty, we wore white and blue. So when we were wearing our white jerseys, I bet you if I still dug that thing out of the box, it would still have an orange ring around the collar. My mom tried to tell me every single day, Brittany, that does not match you. I don't care. Do I look like I care? I'm going to go hang out at the chocolate factory with all my Oompa Loompa friends. Mom, Snooki's getting paid like millions of dollars to look like this. I want to be her. Can I also just say that I did try the tanning beds, because people are like, well, just do it gradual. Everyone can tan. And I mean, no, they can't. Okay, stop lying to your fellow inner ginger friends. My dad's a ginger. I didn't get the red hair, but I definitely got the skin. And no, some people just can't, okay? I went with my sister. She got the 5% of Indian we have in our blood, okay? Brittany didn't. Oh yeah. That looks so good. Anyway, we went to a tanning bed one day and you could try out their like level 4 bed for 5 minutes for like free. She came out looking like a tan goddess. I came out looking no freaking different. My brilliant 16-year-old mind, old enough to know better, was like, well, I'm just gonna have to do more. So I went to another tanning salon and went into their stand-up bed for 20 minutes on top of the 5 I had already done, but naked. Usually like a sunburn takes a while to show up. I walked out of there. The ladies at the front desk, they went, honey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm tan. Okay. So I went on a date that night. We were eating dinner and the guy put his hand on my leg and I was wearing shorts, and the flames that came from my body when he touched me, I had to go to the emergency room and get prescribed Vicodin. That's how bad my sunburn was. All over my body in places where I should not be hurting. It was literally the worst experience of my life. And that was when I finally looked in the mirror and was like, Brittany, you are pale. So, I mean, I just stuck with fake tan. I was like, you know what? I'd rather look orange than be fried. So this is 15. I did move up to liquid liner. Didn't really know how to use it, but I did upgrade. That's a signature Brittany look right there. And I also enjoyed not wearing eyeshadow because I felt like being tan, you didn't need to do anything. When you're tan, you're just perfect. You don't need anything. The rest of my high school, I started to do a little bit more in like the blush area, like Orgasm by NARS. So I gave my cheeks, my bronze cheeks, a little bit of a color. And then they had this palette that I loved and I could barely ever find it, but when I did, I bought like 3 of them. And they had this beautiful bronze color. I'm just gonna take a brown eyeshadow and clean off the pink on my pants. Whenever I look back at pictures of me with eyeshadow on, I just want to blend it so bad. Oh yeah, that's it. Junior and senior year. Right in that crease is where I really liked it. I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna go over it with some shimmer because it was like a bronzy, shimmery color. Oh yeah. I think senior year was also when I discovered eyebrows. I would just like find an eyeshadow, what I thought was perfect. They're so thin. Hi, senior year. Oh, and I loved pink lipsticks. And I mean like in your face. Hey boys, let's go to my party. Then after that is really when I started watching YouTube for more than just like the original videos that I thought were so funny, like Jenna Marbles and Brooker's, the wine cone. I actually started watching makeup tutorials because one day I was like, I actually want to know how to do a real smoky eye. College, when the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette came out, and I was like, contouring? What is this? So I went and bought myself an angled elf brush that I still use to this day and started contouring. I had showed a girlfriend in class my ID, like my first one at college, and I was like, wow, I look so different. And she was like, yeah, because your whole bone structure changed. And I'm like, my bone structure? How did my bone structure change in like 2 or 3 years? And she's like, contour. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I do that like every day now. Now I'm here today and in esthetician school learning how to do it professionally. So, yeah. I know my mom is gonna watch this and be like, yep. And I would tell her, but she wouldn't listen. I wonder where I got that stubborn head from, Mom. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of how beautiful I was throughout my whole life. This really wasn't a tutorial. This was like a don't do this tutorial. Don't do any of this. You're better off with no makeup.